I use. But yeah, if it goes too quiet, I'll just move on. So, does anyone want to ask anything at all? Any shows that I've been doing? I guess I've been doing it 15 years now. It's a privilege, and I'm very lucky to do what I love. Any person really. Yeah, I guess the Joseph thing. Did you watch the Joseph show back in 2007? Yes. So there's the loincloth. It was a great time in 2007, and I was working 4 or 5 years prior to that. And yeah, that show just changed everything really. It was quite a hard adjustment for me initially, going from just being a jobbing actor to then 10 million people seeing every Saturday for 12 weeks, and then doing the Jonathan Ross show and everything else. But I think I came through that and managed to find my own way. But I'm very lucky I'm sat here now. So is there any questions or?
You're doing a Christmas concert?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, for 50th year, to do a Christmas concert back in the West End one night. So I love doing it. I feel very lucky to bring. I mean, as a kid, I used to go to the West End with Mum and Dad and watch shows, and I never thought I'd ever have my own show in the West End. So we would set up a show at Garrick for Christmas. Year before that, and then the Coliseum, and then the Barbican. So I'm trying to make it number 5.
Okay.
So yeah, it's penciled. What date penciled at the moment? Just hoping to sign it off. So as soon as it is, I'll let you know.
Lee, have you ever thought about making one of your concerts and putting it onto a DVD?
I have, but you've got to sell a lot of copies to break it even. So it's very expensive to do that, and if you sell 100, 200-300 copies, then you can be a few thousand out of pocket. So it can be quite expensive. So I think, in answer to your question, Michael Ball actually, I was talking to him when I popped on Radio 2 the other day. He was a nice chap. I don't know him really well, but he was saying about how he's been first few years of his career building his audience and his albums, and he didn't just play the Albert Hall every tour off the bat. So hopefully, another 5 years from now. Sounds a long way, I know. Hopefully I'll be doing this next 20 odd years, and but yeah, you have your hardcore audience, but you hope the mass public over time warms to you and like what you do. So maybe one day, yeah, but certainly not at the moment. Yeah.
I was wondering, you said the other day on one of the interviews, you're saying you might play the Phantom, but you didn't know if you play Valjean. But I don't know if you've seen the Les Mis film, and I never really thought Javert was a standout role, but I saw Russell Crowe in it and I felt he really made the role stand out, and I wondered, is that something you consider doing, playing maybe an alternative role, but giving it your spin so it really stood out? Like
generally, or in that show? Or?
Well, the Javert role I think is quite interesting anyway, but is there any show that everybody expects you to go for the Phantom or Valjean, but do you see another role in any show that you
definitely, yeah. I'm always looking and waiting for things to come up. I just think most of the roles I've been offered or tend to go for. It's a funny story actually. I was fortunate enough I had a dream of studying film acting in New York, and I eventually did it. I mean, people thought I was crazy. It was I took a year off after Joseph to get married, and my agent was like, "This is the biggest time of your career. You need to do." I got 5 West End shows as leads, and I was adamant to. It felt right at that point in time to go and focus on my craft again and go to New York for 3 months. And my teacher was a guy called Henry, and he made a really good point. So it's a sad story actually. He had a beautiful family and wife and kids, and he became an alcoholic, and his career broke down completely because he was one of the biggest film actors of his time. In the mid to late 60s, getting all the roles, like Brando and all those kind of actors. And he said to me, "Lee, don't make the mistake of trying to cast yourself out of roles. Play what you're good at." He was this very sensitive, brilliant actor, very natural, very engaging. And he insisted his agent put him up for these bad boy type roles, and just completely passed to him. It destroyed his career. And then they had no money coming in. Obviously, then the personal pressures happened, and he became aggressive and alcoholic, and then it's so sad. He's the loveliest man, and then his kids are now very close to him. But so I never forget those words really. So the right parts, I believe, come up as and when they come. But I'm not someone that's like I have to be an actor and I have to show people that I'm credible. I think you can make anything credible and your own. Whether it's a simple role like Joseph, which was a very straightforward character, but it had to have heart and soul. I think provided you have that with Hamlet or Joseph, it doesn't matter what part it is, it will always resonate with people, hopefully. So, I hope that answers your question. Yeah. So do one more.
Is there a TV role that you really crave?
Not really. I like to do, obviously I'm really enjoying playing Lofty. from it because it shocked me how I was surprised at how well the public have taken to him, and also I was really chuffed to get the NTA shortlist nomination as well. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this is incredible. So I'm just enjoying that at the moment, but I'd like to do. It'd be nice to do some dramas in the future, like 3-4 part dramas or film, but I've sort of got many years to do that. Just keep working hard, but it'd be nice to do different TV roles in the future. Not sure what really.
Would you like to do costume drama?
Yeah, costume drama, anything really. Yeah. Any agents in? Yeah, it's funny. This is the exciting but scary thing about our industry, is that you don't know where your next paycheck or job's coming from. But also, exciting thing is you know what the next role's going to be. So, yeah, but I think as long as you're open to, you've got a good agent as well, which I fortunately have, hopefully those paths will come. So, yeah. So there you go. I'm going to crack on because I get embarrassed talking about myself too much. It's quite narcissistic, quite self-indulgent. It was me, and then I did this. Then I went here. Then I did that. But yeah.